Here with my morning tea. I'm having Earl Grey this time. But today I just wanted to talk about the idea of perfectionism. I think it stumps our creativity and it stumps our ability to do things and try new things, because I feel like we always try to have our perfect scenario or try to do something that is makes it so it's the most comfortable for us, but in reality it just never exists, right? I feel like social media often pushes this narrative that you need to have this perfect image, and it's hard to see someone for their whole value. You know what I mean? Like when you look at someone's social media and you look at their followers and things, and you just look at like where they are at now instead of how did they get there. You know, you didn't see the old videos. You didn't see the part where, you know, they were talking slow. They were, you know, they didn't have any cuts in their videos, and they had like rough editing, and they didn't have good thumbnails and stuff like that. And I think it's important to realize that you don't have to focus on doing so much work at the start. Try to just roll with it. I feel like consistency is really valued in those types of things. You know, like you gotta set something like an upload schedule where you have to upload a video every day, which I'm trying to do now. And you know, just try to come up with ideas, trying to do things like, or if it's every week, every month, it doesn't even matter, but try to have a consistency of something and improve in each time based on how much time you have, you know? And yeah, I think that's that's much more of a positive outlook rather than just looking at it like, oh, I need to get ready. I need to, like, oh, they're looking at my shirt. Like, is my shirt? I always think all the time, this mic like brings my shirt a little bit too down, and like I'm always like thinking, okay, I gotta bring it back a little bit. You know, my hair is a little, you know, like it's a little weird today. I just gotta like, okay, let me move it back a little bit. Does this look good? Is this angle good? You know, like oftentimes, but now I kind of perceive it as I'm just rolling with it. I'm just talking, you know, and I'm just I'll edit it and I'll try to convey my message as best as possible. But if it's a little sloppy, if it's a little, you know, different than what I imagined, it doesn't matter, because I did it. At the end of the day, I did it, you know? And I don't think you can achieve something that is perfect, because you realize that even if you did something perfectly the way you wanted, maybe there was there was mistakes that made you lead to different choices that made it perfect. You know what I mean? Like you can't really, there's nothing, the idea of perfect doesn't really exist, because it kind of contradicts everything. You achieve perfection sometimes in ways that you don't imagine. So is that really perfect to what you thought when you started, or is that perfect now? Because, you know, it's like, it's hard to understand the idea of perfectionism, and it's just, yeah. And I stress that idea of authenticity and consistency rather than perfectionism. Like, I think it's so much more important if, you know, it's like the idea of, let's say, a Twitch streamer, right? Or something, or a streamer in general, right? You watch a streamer, you came across someone, and they look really like, you know, they have their setups, they have the webcam, they have everything's high quality. But then you see them that they stream one day, and then you're like, okay, well, they streamed 2 days ago. Okay, what? They haven't streamed in a week. You know, like, I'd much rather have a less quality streamer, and be able to watch them every, like, you know, 2 days. Have a schedule or something so I can tune in. You know, and even though that better streamer that's more perfect is good quality and is streaming good, I think it's way better to have consistency, and it kind of falls short if you don't deliver in the consistency aspect. And I always think, like, before I started streaming too, like I saw that people would often look at like, okay, well, I gotta get my overlay set up. And like when you look at YouTube videos, for example, of like people setting up their stream, and they have like 10-minute, let's say 10-minute videos or something, and you see these videos like, okay, here's how to set up your Twitch overlays, your follower alerts, your all this, like you have everything in the video. Of course, it's up to the person of what they want to set up, but it's kind of like, it's intimidating to like start, you know. It's intimidating to get into a field that you see everyone that is quote unquote perfect, but it's hard to realize like the true reality of getting into something for the first time, I think, in my opinion. It's just kind of, it's hard to realize that, but I'm glad I got that idea, and I'm glad that I realized that it's okay to just start and be bad at something and just try it, you know? And you'll just get better as you go. And if you realize that, like, most things that you do and improve on is just consistency and showing up, you know? It's something like showing up. It's like how going to work, you know? Like, half of the work, I feel like, for me, is showing up. It's just having that attendance and keeping up that schedule makes it 10 times easier than questioning every day, like, oh, do I really want to go to work? It's like, oh, I could call in sick right now. I don't want to do this. I just, like, you know? And it's just, once you're already there at work, you're kind of like, my mind is kind of like, okay, you're forced to be here, you might as well do the work. And, like, you know, and I find that I do well, and I think that is a prime example of how you can do the same thing with streaming or making a YouTube channel or something like that. Give yourself permission to create and speak and do the things bad, and without having a judgment of looking yourself in the mirror and being like, is this really good? Am I good enough? Is this what I truly want? Is this executing how I truly want it to be? Like, you know, you just do it. I find that you just do it, and you find out as you're doing it. Confidence doesn't come from the appearance of how I look or how I present myself. It comes from self-trust and momentum, doing the things every day or every week, or, you know, like giving yourself that momentum keeps you on this conveyor belt that just keeps uploading and keeps doing better as you go. And I find that's why I started this, is because I find that people like to, at least for me, and it makes it positive for me because I actually truly enjoy it, but I find that people react to realness rather than this, like, fake image of yourself, because people don't like that. I feel like it's more, we're humans, right? We like to see what's, like, actually real, even though it's, like, blown out of proportions in some ways, like, it's, you know, it's exaggerated a little bit. It's good to show that, like, people are being real or people are being themselves. It shows, like, true human emotion, and we often connect better if you see someone that feels real to you, you know? But yeah, that's all I kind of wanted to talk about today, and I think you should stress that idea. Don't strive for perfection, just try to strive for consistency and authenticity when doing something new. And you'll find that as you're going on with your projects, as you're going on with your skills or whatever, your new hobby, you'll find that you'll do a lot better and you'll feel a lot better about your progress in something. But yeah, I hope you had some tea and enjoyed something during this video, or you find something thoughtful. But if you want, just let me know in the comments down below what you think about this topic. But yeah, I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.